Five teenagers, none older than 20, are about to hijack the most ambitious Club World Cup in history. One of them is set to face the very club that just wired nearly 50 million euros for his signature. Another humiliated Inter in a Champions League final before he could legally buy champagne in America. A third answers to the nickname Messinho, yet already costs more than most fully grown Ballon d'Or winners. And behind them lurk a 1.97 meters play out from the back. Giant Madrid just made its most expensive defender ever, and a Portuguese prodigy touted as Cristiano 2.0. If you think the tournament is only about established superstars, buckle up, because these five names may change the next decade of transfers, trophies, and TikTok highlights before they're old enough to rent a car in the US. Franco Mastantuono's legend began on clay courts, not grass. At 10, he ranked top 5 nationally in Argentine junior tennis, a sport that forged his ice-cold serve and volley mentality. By 11, he chose River Plate over a racket, and by 17, he'd scored a free-kick golazo in the Super Classico, debuted in the Libertadores, and answered Lionel Scaloni's first senior call-up, months before he could vote. Real Madrid sniffed around in 2024, but agents stalled the deal. PSG circled, Florentino Perez pressed redial. 2 days ago, River confirmed the fee. An Argentine record 72 million euros when bonuses land. Madrid's costliest teenager since Vinicius Jr. Now, Franco's farewell is a Club World Cup group, featuring Inter Milan, Monterrey, and, if River escape, Real Madrid. Imagine eliminating the side whose badge you'll wear next month. That storyline alone sells pay-per-view, but Mastantuono supplies substance. Left-footed vision, late-running thunderbolts, and a tennis-honed competitive edge that makes veterans look sheepish. Coaches say he moves pieces on the board, not just the ball. Madrid's midfield may be stacked with Bellingham, Güler, and Brahim, yet insiders insist Franco's mindset, not just talent, made Perez break the bank. Watch the shoulders. He already conducts tempo as if he were 25. If he owns this stage, Bernabeu lights will feel like home. But River's Diamond isn't the only teenager who already treats finals like playground games. On 31st May 2025 in Munich, PSG bulldozed Inter 5-0, the largest winning margin in Champions League final history. The conductor? 19-year-old Désiré Doué. 1 assist for Achraf Hakimi, then a 2-goal blitz that made him the youngest double scorer ever at that level. Doué's path reads like a thriller. Rennes polished him, Bayern bid 60 million euros, but Paris struck quickly for 50 million euros in August 2024. He began on the bench, finished as Luis Enrique's midfield wing hybrid with 15 goals and 16 assists. Analysts rave about his glide. He dribbles like a winger, calibrates like a number 10, and presses with the appetite of a defensive mid. Off-pitch, he's disarmingly quiet. On it, he steals spotlights once reserved for Messi and Mbappé. PSG's new model is youth first, ego second, and Doué is the billboard. Club World Cup defenses know he loves the left half space. Allow him to pivot inside and he'll either thread a killer pass or bend one into the far corner. Yet the bigger question is mental. Can he repeat a 5-star final on neutral US soil under American time zones and with half the globe tuning in? Remember, records say he thrives when pressure peaks. Exactly why every scout's iPad will lock on the 27. France has its phenom, but Brazil answers with a teenager nicknamed after the greatest ever. In December 2023, Estevão debuted aged 16. By the end of 2024, he lifted Serie A's golden ball with 13 goals and 9 assists. Palmeiras fans call him Messinho, a playful nod to left foot magic and low center gravity. Chelsea call him a 34 million euro, potentially 67 million euro, investment, already signed and set to fly to London the moment this tournament ends. Stat sheets alone. Wow! He ranks top 3 in South America for successful take-ons per 90 and key passes since turning pro. But context sells the dream. After Endrick left for Madrid, many expected Palmeiras' creativity to evaporate. Instead, Estevão multiplied it, surpassing Endrick's dribble success and assist numbers. Coaches describe him as a winger who thinks like a number. 8, he beats you, then dictates the next 2 passes. Chelsea boss Mauricio Pochettino reportedly vetoed any loan-back clause. He wants Messinho at Cobham Day 1. The Club World Cup may even pit Palmeiras against Chelsea should groups cross. Picture Estevão nutmegging his future teammate before Stamford Bridge embraces him. Like Douay, his challenge is heft. Can an 18-year-old carry creative load when fullbacks double up and VAR cameras zoom on every step over? If he passes, those YouTube comps will age into Sky Sports highlight reels fast. Palms may dance in attack, but defense wins tournaments. And Madrid just broke records for a defender who dribbles like a numbered Yettu. Born in Amsterdam, raised in Malaga, schooled at Juventus, blooded at Bournemouth, Dean Huijsen's passport pages mirror his skill set. Versatile. The 1.97 meters center back plays accurate 1-2s, carries forward like a box-to-box, and, crucially, uses either foot with equal confidence, a trick drilled by his footballing father. Bournemouth paid €15 million in 2024. 12 months later, Madrid activated a £50 million release clause, making him the most expensive defender in club history. Xabi Alonso faces a defensive injury crisis. Result: Huijsen starts from match 1. For skeptics, rawness lurks. Dean sometimes threads high-risk passes through congested midfields, and quick forwards can pull him wide. Yet Madrid value personality. This is a polyglot who thrived in 4 leagues by age 20, who never hides from the ball even under Anfield lights. So who feeds the headlines when they talk about the next Cristiano? Let's fly to Porto. Rodrigo Moura de Carvalho is 18, 1.68 meters, and already weighs $40 million in market value. He debuted for Porto B at 15, the youngest in Portuguese second-tier history, signed pro months later, and now clocks double-digit goals from attacking midfield. The Portuguese Federation fast-tracked him. U17 Euro Golden Boot. Under-21 debut at 17. Nations League bench with the seniors this May. Moura's magnetism comes from elasticity. He can drop between lines like Bernardo Silva and accelerate past markers like Diogo Jota, and strike ambidextrously. Coaches love his engine. Analysts love his decision tree. Rarely the wrong pass under pressure. Porto knows suitors are circling, so they stamped a €70 million release clause and hired Jorge Mendes to guard the gates. But the Club World Cup is a global shop window. In Group A, he meets Palmeiras, Al Ahly, and Inter Miami. Varied styles that will test his blend of technique and grit. 5 prodigies. 5 crossroads. 1 month that could swing their careers from potential to priceless. Franco Mastantuono might dump future teammates out of the bracket. Désiré Doué aims to prove Munich was no one-night miracle. Stephen Willian wants to convince Chelsea fans he's more than a nickname. Dean Huijsen must justify becoming Real Madrid's costliest wall. And Rodrigo Moura carries an entire nation's hope that Portugal's next icon is already here. So, as the 2025 Club World Cup unfolds across 12 U.S. cities, remember, trophies are heavy, but narratives are heavier. Which teenager will drive the next €100 million headline? Drop your prediction below, smash the like button if you've met a future Ballon d'Or winner today, and subscribe, because we'll deep dive the career you vote for next. The future isn't waiting, and neither should you.